Hi guys, Mandy here again. Just wanted to give you a quick update on something. Considering the previous video that I mentioned about like the whole don't be afraid about the rapture thing, I just want to do a quick update because I was looking at what the Bible was talking about it, and I was just doing my reading and I just happened to fall on the page of the Thessalonians. The first page of the Second Thessalonians, and it's talking here. It's actually the Apostle Paul talking about the second coming of Christ, and there is a bit here that I just want to mention here, guys, for you. So it says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, that the man of sin be revealed, that son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." So guys, this little passage here, you can take it in two lights. It can mean that, the Antichrist, if you will, is going to appear both in the temple of the body, presumably. You could probably argue it's going to mean that he's going to appear in the temple of the body, but also you can also consider the possibility that he has to come first before the return of Christ in the literal temple. So in order for us to consider the possibility that Christ is going to come back afterwards, the Jews have got to rebuild the temple first. He's got to be able to sit in the temple. So whoever he actually turns out to be, he's got to appear either in both spiritual senses, and he's got to appear within the body. So he's got to manifest a physical body, not just in people in general, but he's got to have himself a body as well, and he's got to then appear in the literal temple. So that when the Jews actually have built the third temple, he may then turn up, and only after that, it's implied here that only after that will the Messiah return again for the second time to wipe him out. And that's when the potential I forget what it's called now, I'm having a brain fart, rapture, sorry. The rapture will suddenly appear. So guys, don't fret, just have faith that we will see the coming of Christ, and we will be raptured, but now is not the exact moment. This is probably just one moment in time, and actually this whole period is mentioned here as well in if we go to Luke chapter 21, and I've got it marked down here, chapter 21, if we go from 21 to 25, this is Jesus talking, okay? "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distresses of nations with perplexities, the sea and the waves roaring, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth." Guys, people are very nervous right now because of what's happening in Israel and what's going on, and they're all looking for the signs of the second coming. So people are very nervous and afraid right now. So he's saying that that's one of the signs. You've got to be aware of that. So men's heart failing them for fear, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. So, "For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory." So this is just one of the signs, guys. It's one of the signs that he is coming We are on the right track, but the thing is, we don't know the exact day. Like I said before, we don't know the exact day. And if we go to the Thessalonians, Paul is implying here that we could have to wait until the third temple is already built. You know, yes, the Antichrist is appearing spiritually through people's behavior and the body and everything else, but we need to find, I think he's saying that what we need to wait for is the Antichrist to appear. And he needs to have manifested in a singular body, and he needs to then place himself on the throne of the temple. But if this means both spiritually and physically, then we got to consider the fact that the temple itself needs to have been built first. The temple itself needs to have been built. So that's not going to happen for a while, guys. You've got time. So just, these are like the first signs, as it were. If you want to consider it, it's the first signs, but the trumpet has not yet been blown, guys. The shofar trumpets are not God's trumpets. They are the trumpets that the Jews blow in order to remind their nation of the trumpet that was already blown by God on the mountain. So you've got to remember that, guys. It's human blown shofars are not the trumpet of God. God himself will blow the trumpet. Well, not himself, but whether it's himself or one of his angels, it will be blown from heaven. Okay, guys, it's not going to be human blown trumpets. And it will be heard all over the world by everyone. Everyone will hear it. You know, these shofar trumpets that are being blown at the moment, they're only going to be heard by people who are paying attention to what's being shown online. You know, whether they watch it on TV, whether they watch it online through live streaming, it's only going to be heard by those people. Everyone else who's ignoring it, who does know nothing about it, who doesn't care, they're not going to hear it. So that's not the trumpet of God, guys. I'm pretty sure the trumpet of God is going to be so great that no one will miss it. No one will not hear it. Okay? You've got to remember that. And like I said, if you're worrying about it, go and do some research. Look up Luke chapter 21 and 2 Thessalonians. Just read 2 Thessalonians. He talks about it, guys. So just do some research, calm yourselves down, and don't worry. Things are okay for the time being. You know, we're not there yet. We are on the way, but we are not there yet. So just chill. Right. See you guys in the next one. Bye.